Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters. By a show of hands, how many people in here know what makes somebody extraordinary? For those of you who may not know, I would like to share some information on my life experience on what makes me an extraordinary being. My name is Pierre. I was born in 1984 in the Turks and Caicos Islands. Some people call me JP because those are my initials. And other people call me Wesley Snipes because they claim that I look like Wesley Snipes. But personally, I don't think I look like him at all because, you know, I don't like to make that comparison because I pay my taxes on time this year. I moved to Florida at the age of 3, and I've been living here ever since in Pompano Beach. I can't say that I remember much about the islands though, because at the age of 3, the memory bank is still under heavy construction. So I guess I can say my life's journey began here in southern Florida. I'm Haitian American. I was raised by Haitian parents. I grew up following most of their customs and cultural practices. And of course, my Americanism was shaped by watching television programs, going to the American schools, and of course, every time I stepped foot outside of my parents' home. Today, I still reside with my nuclear family. I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. And of course, I live with my parents, one of which is only spiritually present, which is my mom. I told her I was to be here with me. I didn't want to pass out. The title of my speech is Extraordinary Being. And I wanted to tell you guys what makes me an extraordinary being. There are 2 things that makes me extraordinary. One is a competitor, and the second one is a healer, a competitor. I became a competitor as early as the age of 5 years old when I used to gamble with my brothers and sisters playing games like Uno and another card game called Tunk. We used to gamble for loose change that we used to steal out of my mother's purse. I guess from that point on, it was easy to make that transition into competitive athletics. It's something I have been doing for the majority of my life, up until last year. Basketball really being my bread and butter. Even though I stopped playing, I still have that competitive spirit in me for some reason. I can't go anywhere without either competing against myself or against someone else. For example, every day I go on my normal jog and try to keep the body in good shape. I always lengthen the distance I went the previous day because I just feel the need to do it for some reason. And again, at LA Fitness, every day at work, I'm always challenging my boss, coworkers, and clients. For example, we play a game of horse every now and then, or we may play a game called 100. This is a shooting game we always play. As you guys may have an idea, as a former athlete, I was used to doing a lot of strenuous exercises and trying to keep the body in good physical form to compete at an optimal level. And doing that for so long, I just got accustomed to exercising every day. It's just in my blood now. And because of that, it was easy for me to go into the field of sports medicine and exercise science in school, where I studied how the body works at a deeper level. And that's how I became a personal trainer. And that leads me to the second word that describes who I am, a healer. As a personal trainer, I get to engage in the practice of healing people on a daily basis, physically healing them, and in turn, it heals them mentally. Watching somebody go from a deconditioned state, an unhealthy state, to a state of conditioning or a healthier state, you know, it really brings joy to my life because it lets me know that I improved somebody's life. And it's something that I believe I will be doing for a long time now, or if I decide to branch off and do something more, it's going to be in the field of training, or doing some type of personal training, physical therapy, I mean. And furthermore, working with clients and engaging in contact with people, that's probably something I do best. So those are the things that makes me extraordinary. there are many things that makes me extraordinary, but I think those are the two things that play a huge role in my life today. So I'll leave you guys with a question. What makes you extraordinary? Madam Toastmaster.